Daddy, chill.
Ready when you are, bud. Cheers.
It was a little forced.
Yeah.
All right, so this is gonna be episode technically 4, but we're not putting out 3. So
Yeah.
y'all can.
We're going to change our format a little bit here. Still
okay.
tinkering with things
Yes,
when we
definitely
get in
still
here.
thinking. We thought that we could try and make it. Well, I thought I should say. Paul was like, "This isn't gonna fucking work," and I was like, "Nah, we got this." But I thought we were gonna be able to just play Madden and do a podcast.
Oh,
did not happen. There was like
multitask.
20 minutes of silence in a row, so ain't even worth it to have a podcast.
No.
But 1 week till football.
Today
Real
is
football.
August 31st. We are 1 week and 1 day away from real NFL action.
By the time this comes out, it'll be 1 week exactly. And we got our fantasy draft coming up this Saturday. We're all getting together, doing a little thing at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Most everybody should be having their fantasy drafts if they're having a good league. Then this is the weekend. No, all preseason's done.
Exactly. All preseason is done. The 52-man roster has happened. So any major characters that you're thinking of is pretty solid at this point. I feel bad for anyone that might have done it this weekend right before and had Sony Michel. That sucks.
Did he get hurt?
Michel?
Yeah.
He got traded.
But he's going to see time right off the...
He'll see time, but they're probably expecting him to be on one team.
Yeah.
Now he's on a completely different team. That changes things. Every time it changes things.
Right before we stepped in here, your player, Kenyon Drake, just got picked up by the Ravens, and he's going to see immediate action. So
Yeah, I did see that. I'm pretty salty we dropped him.
Right? Like, okay. Let's start with the fucking Raiders and what the hell they're doing. Because they're a playoff team from last year.
They were a playoff team, and we dropped 16 starters.
When you get a new coach like that, you're supposed to just build off of what you have. You're not coming in for a full
It's not
rebuild.
just the coach either. We got a new GM too.
Okay. An interim coach took you guys to within 3 points of the AFC champion, right? Like the AFC champion Bengals, you guys were within 3 points of them.
Yeah.
So you were good enough to hang with anybody if they beat you by 3 points.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so mad at that.
But now it's like with the AFC West going the way that it's going,
you would think
you don't want big changes like that.
Yeah. But at the same time, what I did notice is that the fuck's his name? McDaniels. He did get rid of a lot of our players, right? But he brought in a lot from the Pats.
Mm-hmm.
So he's bringing in people that are already familiar with the way things work, the way he runs them at least. Exactly, his system. So I think hopefully that'll make up for it. Also, Darren Waller just he signed with an agent, right? Yeah, dude, the world might be ending. Let's finish this podcast.
Okay, yeah, let's finish this out while the explosions
You guys
go
might
off
not
outside.
hear it, but there's a mad rumbling, so
Yeah,
this is the last YouTube video to ever be uploaded. That'd be pretty cool. But he signed with a agent to try and get an extension with the Raiders. I'm really hopeful. And then right after that tweet, it was said that Josh McDaniels stated that Waller is practicing today and he's excited. And that's cool, but it's making me a little on edge because I shouldn't be seeing this much about my tight end and contract talks before this season even starts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, here's something that I just thought of. Having McDaniels, he comes from having Gronk for so long. So
he likes a tight end.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
That really makes me feel better. Josh McDaniels saying that he's excited to play and practice doesn't make me feel better. That makes me skeptical.
Right.
Okay. But let's Ah, God, my team. I don't look, dude. Every time we've gotten a new coach, which is like 6 coaches since I've started being a fan, it's been tragic. So I have no high hopes. We could go 0-6, 0-17 this year. I'd be like, damn, that's wild. But like, maybe if we re-sign Waller, I'll be like, that's cool though.
Right.
That's what I'll hold on to.
You got your good players that you want to keep. Yeah.
Like, we won't have a win on the season, but I'll be like, we got these players though.
Yeah.
It's just cool to watch them.
I've been like that for so long watching the Bucks.
Bucks
it's like,
fan,
like Mike Evans is a guy I want. Like, do not let him leave.
Y'all didn't.
No,
y'all straight did not.
Nah,
I'm just happy it didn't end up in like a Megatron situation with him.
Oh yeah,
where he did all these years, worked so hard, got great stats, amazing
and
plays,
just on a losing franchise.
Losing franchise, never got a Super Bowl, never even got close to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's one thing. Look, if you don't get a Super Bowl, I could bat my eyes at that. But if you didn't even get past the first round of the playoffs and you're in the Hall of Fame, I got to be looking at you like, dog, why don't you change
now
teams?
as a quarterback or as a position player?
At any play.
Any play, okay.
Any play, come on.
Okay, well, here's an immediate argument. Joe Thomas, the lineman, first overall pick by the Browns, started every game for like 16 years, never once played a playoff game. Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
He gave up, like, per season, 0 point something sacks.
Cool. You're telling me at no part you don't think he should have hopped onto a team that had a playoff chance?
All right.
That's what I'm not saying that
now you can get traded, but at the same time,
no one signs you for 20 years out the bat, though.
Yeah, that's true. But the loyalty and staying with the team, because obviously you can get paid more to go somewhere. It is a business. That's very true.
Like from all the things I've seen, I mean, and there is a lot of love in every team, I believe, especially after 10 years. Oh yeah. It seems once someone's at a spot for 10 years, they're there. They're done. Like that's it.
But 10 years or you win a championship.
I don't agree with the win championship.
No?
No. I don't. Maybe championship as a quarterback, but I mean, like Peyton Manning even left the Colts to the Broncos.
Yeah, and he's still. I mean, he's going to the Hall of Fame as a Colt, right? But still loved by the Broncos. He's probably going to be in their Ring of Honor.
I would say the general public definitely considers him Hall of Fame as the Colts, and all the Broncos players are going to consider him Hall of Fame as a Bronco.
Yeah, he's believed,
you know what I'm saying?
Beloved.
You know what I'm saying? But that's I think it's a quarterback thing.
Yeah.
If you're a defensive end, tight end, yada yada yada, non-quarterback, decision-making person in the team, and you're 5-6 years, and people are like, this guy's probably gonna go to the Hall of Fame, and those 5-6 years have been on a team that can't even get to the playoffs, and they don't have a hope to get to the playoffs soon, you really got to be thinking like, what does it feel like?
Right. Okay,
right?
Well, let's do Megatron. Bring it to Megatron.
Exactly.
Right, he played, 8 years?
Yeah.
They played one playoff game and got smoked.
Yeah.
But he's Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. I mean, he's already in, of course, first ballot.
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time, I know everyone would want to see Megatron in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
But the Detroit defense was so bad,
Yeah. They were only good half of 1 year. And they ended up in the playoffs from that.
Yeah, I'd say they were decent.
Yeah, they were. They looked so strong that one year.
That's definitely the tragic thing about being a football player with such big teams. I mean, usable personnel is about 30, right? So not even counting 52-man roster. Let's talk just 30 players in play. One of 30 it's team, bro. It's not like... It's not like the NBA or even kind of hockey where you could be, and soccer, I'd say, where you could have one amazing player, the MVP, and they could drag them to the playoffs. Yeah, and they'll probably get smoked in the playoffs.
Exactly,
but they will drag them to the playoffs and get there.
That's
you can't do
LeBron
that
effect.
Exactly, LeBron.
Players of that stature that can single-handedly get you there.
They can get you there, but once you're there, it does become a team sport again.
It
does become a team sport, but through the season. But
you don't get that in football.
Yeah, football is different. basically once you hit like week 10 in football, dude, it's playoff game every week.
Yeah.
So it feels like.
And you have to count on everybody to do their job to win their individual matchups.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it with, I wish I remembered his name. Tyrann Mathieu and this other safety.
Oh, shit.
The
guy, the meme with him throwing his hands up.
Yeah, there's multiple plays with Tyrann Mathieu looking back, expecting the help over top, because that's probably what the play was. Like, hey, don't let no one go past you.
And then boom.
He looks back, he's like, what's going on?
TD.
You know what? That's the one thing I do like about our safeties. Even though they're garbage in actual coverage, they really don't let no one get past them.
The deep ball?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if someone is past them, it's on a lob, and they got the catch-up speed.
Right.
But they never – I don't want to say never. Scratch that. They hardly let someone get past them and get like a 75-yard touchdown with 30 yards
especially
around.
Last year.
Yeah, no, especially last year.
And you guys play the Chiefs twice a year.
Yeah, so you expect –
Chiefs live off that.
Right? I think we got probably a couple in the first Chiefs game, because we got blown the fuck out.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, well, that's a little let's call a solid pre-one.
Hey, we're talking football, man.
We're talking football, bro. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Well, we got our draft this weekend.
Yeah, let's go on to the meat of this here podcast. We got our draft this weekend, as we said, on Saturday. We were able to change it. It was going to be 10 a.m., just kind of online draft. Me and Paul were able to sway everyone. Basically, the two of us, and then other people were like, yeah, it doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah.
To get it to B-dubs.
A live draft is always better. Even though we're going to be all on our phones, we're going to be talking shit, drinking some beers, dude. Oh,
I would love it, but I don't need a huge poster with all our names on the round and all the tags, whatever. I don't need that, but it would be cool.
Yeah.
But what I feel like is necessary is to kind of get an idea of who you're talking to, who you're talking shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And who you're playing.
I've never met
You've never met any of them. It's my family, and there's some friends of the family, and I haven't met most of the friends of the family. So I'll see some new faces too.
Then the group chat will fucking light up for sure. Now that we all know each other.
Yeah, because now it won't be kind of like that. I'm afraid to say this because I don't know how they'll take it. Because we'll have this one day of just hanging out, and we'll kind of get everyone's feelings.
Yeah,
that's all it is. But who is going to be your starting five? We'll go one for one, right? So your first, my first, your second, my second.
All right.
And obviously, if we agree with some, we'll agree with some.
Okay, so number one is obviously going to be Jonathan Taylor.
You got Jonathan Taylor?
I mean, he put up such a good season, and that was 2 years in a row. He's in his window.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree with it.
Now he's got Matt Ryan, so they're not going to be loading the box, even though they know he's progressing.
Wentz last year.
Huh?
They had Wentz last year.
And Wentz is now a Washington Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a free spirit.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously he wasn't a threat to throw the ball down the field.
No, Wentz is average.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say he's average.
And
he's not garbage. He's average.
He's not garbage.
He got him to a Super Bowl. He didn't win the Super Bowl, but he got him to a Super Bowl.
Well, he was hurt by the last week of the season, so
yeah. Okay, he got him to the playoffs. Yeah, I'm sorry.
He should have been MVP.
But like all that confidence comes from him still.
Yeah.
Like especially the first and second round. You know, by the third round and Super Bowl, all the confidence
they were counted out that whole playoff run.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They remember the dog masks. I mean, they were underdogs the whole time.
But they didn't count themselves out.
Oh,
and that's because of Carson Wentz. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor first
Big
pick.
Dick Nick. Yeah. So yeah.
Jonathan Taylor
just off his
round.
stats and the two previous, he wasn't a flash in a pan. Mm-hmm. He's been solid. So I think he takes that number one over Derrick Henry because Derrick Henry was hurt last year.
I got Derrick Henry first because he was hurt last year, and he's not an injury-prone guy.
Yeah.
So I don't expect him to be hurt for another 3 years, 4 years, and if he does get hurt, maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
So I think he's gonna go off just like he normally does, and I think the first 2 or 3 weeks he's gonna go crazy because people are looking at him like he was hurt last year.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well.
Well, that changed their whole dynamic.
Exactly.
Him coming back changed the whole dynamic.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They learned to win without him, and then...
Oh, but they also learned that... I know what I learned was that his... that offensive line is it's a monster, dude.
Taylor Lewan, man, that's where it starts.
Like, you always think, oh, Derrick Henry's so great, especially when he's the only one running the ball.
Yeah.
He's so awesome. He's amazing. All his offense has. And then they started running other running backs when he got hurt, and they're getting the same amount of yards. Maybe they're not breaking it off for the touchdowns.
Yeah, they had that mini king.
Yeah, the mini Henry.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is.
I can't think of it either.
But like he was getting the same amount of average yards. The only difference was he really didn't break them off for the touchdowns for 40, 50 yards every time.
That has 100% to do with their line. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
like,
it starts with the best tackle in the game, Taylor Lewan.
Yeah, no, 100%. So I think Derrick Henry is going to go on fire this year. I think he deserves
bounce back year. Maybe.
I'm going to laugh if our the guy that does our fantasy takes first pick again. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
He took it last year. I'm throwing shade.
Yeah,
you know who you are.
So bounce back player, possible comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
If he has
No, I wouldn't say comeback player of the year.
You think he's gonna have an average year?
No.
An average Derrick Henry year.
Yeah, average Derrick Henry year, which is a phenomenal running back year.
Right, yeah.
Right, but I think he won't get comeback player of the year because he had, 7 games?
Well, he missed more than half the season, yeah.
I know, but I'm saying he had the first 6 or 7 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he still had he was
up there.
900-something yards?
It took till week 13 for someone to pass him. Yeah,
exactly. So I don't think he'll be comeback just because...
His bar is so high.
What he was doing last year it's hard to say. Oh well, he really, he was out for so long. Nah, he wasn't. When you look at stats, overall season stats, you're like, well, you might. Most people would look at that stat and think, oh, he probably got hurt week 14.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah. His bar is just so high.
It's exactly so high. So that's why I don't think he'll get comeback. But
that makes sense.
Okay.
So.
So. On to pick 2, I'll go first. Pick 2, I had Jonathan Taylor. Right, so we're just flip flopped.
Yeah, we're exactly flip flopped because my number 2 is Derrick Henry.
Okay. All right. Well, we're on a search for a bottle.
Yeah.
Is that
It's a battery.
That's a bat.
It'll work.
All right. Let's hope this shit don't.
Oh, there's a lighter right there. Look, that red lighter up top.
Perfect.
We're
if you guys don't know
in.
how to open a bottle with a lighter, then you're probably a girl.
Yeah, we'll keep this in. We're not cutting.
We're
no
absolutely
cuts.
keeping this in.
Yeah.
I might get rid of some pauses, but that's it. All right. Well, 1 and 2 are basically done. We talked about both of them.
All right.
Oh, what's your number 3?
So number 3. Okay, I'm thinking Austin Eckler.
Austin Eckler.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my reasons.
No. I like that pick.
Yeah. So he's a workhorse. He doesn't get hurt. Well, he does. But
it's not long.
They're never. Yeah. He misses 1-2 games, but he's always he puts up numbers. He can catch. He can block. He's a third down back. He's a first down back.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chargers are progressing, right? And if they progress the way they should and they're supposed to, then obviously he's going to get monster yards because Justin Herbert's going to open up for him.
Yeah, they'll be playing soft on the run.
Yeah,
I like that pick. I say this being a Raiders fan, and I don't like the Chargers.
No, but he gets numbers.
And if it was my choice, the Chargers, none of them would be in the top 10.
Right.
but that's a perfect world. Austin Eckler, man, he's partly was the bane of my existence last year.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I went against him in fantasy. Because he did kind of bounce around. I feel like I went against him in fantasy like 4 or 5 times. And every time this dude showed up. And every time I'm watching this man just bowling ball through linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, oh, he caught it behind the yard. Like, little screen pass, right? Little flat. I'm like, oh, he's tackled.
Yeah.
Shoved off. He's something
Dude,
else.
he's got a 6-pack on top of a 6-pack. And a 6-pack on his head.
You see, it was real popular last year during the season. One of his workout methods.
The videos of him doing pull-ups?
Was the one-arm pull-ups.
Yeah.
He would do one-arm pull-ups unassisted, just...
Get out of here.
I was like, dog, no, that's not. That shouldn't be
He's
part
got like
of your
3%
workout.
body fat. Like,
Yes,
get out of here. And
he's
you know
a
he can give
monster.
dick for days. He's got stamina.
I mean, that's
He'll just like hold your head
80%
into the
of football
pillow and
players,
just
though, right?
drop it in on you.
so. Here's a thought on that. Who lasts the longest in bed, football player wise, position wise? Like not Tyreek Hill.
What position
Yeah,
is more better suited?
yeah.
All right.
Obviously not a running back.
Yeah. It's gonna be wide receivers.
You thinking wide receiver?
Slot.
I wasn't thinking wide receiver. I wasn't thinking wide receiver just because they take plays off. Anytime it's a run play, it's a playoff.
Okay.
I was thinking linebacker myself.
Okay. Yes. That's the
You know,
middle linebackers.
They're-
Rovers.
whether it's a pass play or a run play, they're always in it. They gotta have
you
the
either
best.
gotta dive in or you gotta fall out and cover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
I was thinking that for sure.
Yeah. All right. What do you want? My pick three. We had our little tangent there. Let me get to it. I gotta get to my list. All right. Yeah, I got pick 4 at Dalvin Cook. Pick three.
Yeah.
I think Dalvin. He didn't have a standout year last year, right? He didn't blow anybody's brains, but because it was like an average Dalvin Cook year, which is again like a great running back year.
Yeah, when he's healthy, he can. I mean, he's going to put up numbers. He's good in the pass game. He can run. He can hit. He's got sweet moves, and also his brother is going to be just as good.
His brother?
Yeah, he's on the Bills. James Cook.
James Cook. Oh,
That's right.
Wait, they're actually brothers?
Yeah, they're from 100% brothers.
Wow. I make that joke about a lot of players. But
Right? Yeah.
But you never know if they're actually brothers. Like,
Well,
other than when
they're brothers.
Yeah, you guys can figure that one out. But
So we're on 3.
yeah, we're on 3. You already did your 3.
I did
Your
extra.
third
Okay,
was
so we're
extra,
4.
It's 4. It's my turn again.
Your turn.
And I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go wide receiver here. Right, first wide receiver off the board. And I'll be honest, I would if I had a top 5 pick. I was at pick number 4. I wouldn't pick him, but I do think he's gonna go Cooper Kupp.
Okay, I thought you were going with
My
somebody
dark
else.
horse?
No. But keep going.
Oh, the guy on my team.
No,
No, who?
I thought you were going to go Jamar Chase if you're going to go receiver.
No. I would,
But based on numbers last year.
based on numbers last year and what I think is gonna happen, I'm gonna go Cooper Kupp. Because I wouldn't pick him at number 4, but I think everyone else in their right mind probably would.
Oh yeah,
And I'm not in a right mind.
Based
which
off
is
of what
why
he
I
put.
almost won last year.
yeah. Because Cooper Kupp for the past I want to say 3, maybe 4 years in fantasy has been a murderer. If you've had him on your team, he's been a murderer. He's been putting up numbers because the Rams players always put up numbers in fantasy.
Oh yeah.
And last year he had a GOAT season.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to put him in the top 5.
And last year he was I'd say a second round pick wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
High second, right? But it was only because he had Jared Goff throwing to him.
Right.
That man Jared Goff, dog, could not get Cooper Kupp what he deserved, and then he became this receiver that was great in all respects. But they knew that Goff couldn't get the ball to him, so they stopped. I don't want to say worrying about him, but they
Right.
stopped emphasizing him.
Exactly.
And then Matt Stafford came, who now has the top 2 wide receiving yards, right?
Yeah. He threw for the top
Yeah.
2 receiving yards.
Yeah, exactly. The top 2 wide receivers with the top yards, Matt Stafford threw to both of them. And so now he's got that. It's a great support system around him. So I think they're going to come back. I really wish OBJ came back on that team. Now, I'm not a Rams fan, but I like OBJ. And that'd be cool to see him back out on the field.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going. Like
he's still kind of hurt right now. He's not like ready to play, which is why no one's
he got hurt in the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
So that's a year-long injury.
So he'll be back probably, I'd say, December-ish. So
that's still pretty close, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he'll be back again, just like with the Rams, second half of the season.
Yep.
At best.
And he blew up. Yeah.
But yeah, your number 4.
Okay. So there's a couple obvious ones. I'm torn between two.
Are the same position?
At the same position, still with running back, because I have this
you're
notion
running back,
that they just get touches,
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Joe Mixon, just because the Bengals beefed up their line, so he should get more numbers.
Did they? Okay. Do you know? Because I don't know. Did they beef it up in draft or in free agency?
Both. They actually worked on their line.
Okay, both.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
They drafted their first round pick was an lineman, and then they went out and got 2 veterans.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, we just threw our first round pick in the trash.
Yeah.
So that's where my line's at. I made this prediction 2 days before they actually dropped our first round tackle that Derek Carr is going to be the most sacked quarterback this year, and I think it's still going to happen. This is just reinforcing my thoughts. Back to the Bengals.
Yeah. The Raiders and the Rams are both doing weird things with first round picks. You guys are using them and throwing them in the trash, and the Rams are just giving them out like fucking candy.
Great stat too. I think Gruden had something like 15 picks that were third round or above in his 5-year tenure, right? 9 of those 15 picks have all been cut.
Oh, that's harsh.
Or traded. Actually, it should be at 10 now because of Mullen.
Oof. Ugh. Tom Brady has a better chance at making the Super Bowl than a John Gruden first round pick has in lasting 5 years.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So I'm choosing Joe Mixon. They beefed up their line. He's got numbers. He's a beast. He likes to punch girls. I really, really dig this stuff.
I support all of this, man.
Those are things that I like.
Runs hard, hits girls hard. I support all of this, okay? This dude, I mean, he's a beast. I've watched him. He's a beast. Back to serious notes. I don't remember if I had him at all. But I do remember I wanted to get him at one point, and then in a waiver wire, couldn't get him. Someone else saw that value, and I was like, "Yeah, you're an asshole."
Yeah,
for taking
someone lower,
for noticing that he's also good.
Yeah, why did you think what I was thinking?
Fucking dickhead.
Why are you paying attention?
But
to the
dude's
sport?
A beast, man. I hope for good things. That whole team is just so good and so young.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they have Bengals, a huge drop off or if they stay where they're at.
These Bengals were really like Joe Nixon and the clown cars, and then Joe Burrow got there and they're like, so we're gonna ramp this shit up.
Exactly. He jumped in the driver's seat of the clown car and was like, "Yo, this thing can race. You guys believe me, right?"
my man, Joe Burrow hopped in the clown car and said, "Hey, y'all realize it's got an e-brake, right? Let's start drifting."
Yeah, exactly. That dude's got swag.
So,
all right. So your number 4.
My number 4. I think I'm kicking it back to running back. Hold on. I should be more ready than this. This is our 4th episode, kind of.
Today's podcast is brought to you by alcohol. The good time enhancer, the bad time enhancer, the downtime enhancer.
The sad time enhancer. All right, I'm at my pick here. We're going Alvin Kamara.
Okay, all right.
Because, I mean, I'm just like any regular guy. I think there's one great wide receiver that can stand with the running backs. That's Cooper Kupp. And then all the running backs.
Yeah.
But Alvin Kamara, he had that, 5 touchdown play last year?
Game.
Yeah. I imagine 5 touchdowns in one play.
He got hurt, right? Or
he got hurt for a few weeks.
Yeah, that's
it wasn't
what it
nothing serious.
And then he didn't have a quarterback basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Winston's back, Paul's favorite QB of all time.
And it's just like Tampa Bay to draft a player that could be good and then
give up on him?
Be good, give up on him, and then have him go away.
He's good somewhere else.
Let's start with Steve Young. We drafted him. And then, he's Hall of Famer.
Damn. That sucks.
Yeah. When you're a poor franchise,
it's okay. Chargers are the same thing.
100%.
All right, they really had Drew Brees as a starter. And they're like, oh man, this dude Phillip Rivers, this weird ass sidearm throw, I love it.
Yeah.
Let's put him, Drew Brees, get the fuck out of. I don't even want you in the same state. Go to the New Orleans.
And
then Drew Brees goes to
3 kids? Hell no. That's not enough kids. You ain't fucking, bro. We want a guy that fucks.
Drew Brees went to basically do a race with Tom Brady on most yards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
most yards or most touchdowns? Both.
It's most yards.
Most yards.
Brees has 5,000-yard seasons. Before his first one, there had been 1.
Yeah. So
that's completely pulled out of my ass. I'm not sure if it's true. I know Dan Marino did it, but I don't know if that.
Paul, what you got to be happy about is that you guys have now 2 Super Bowls.
Oh yeah,
which is great. One's real recent.
Baby.
It's fucking great. I mean, I'd be like, yeah, we got 3. Granted, they all happened before my dad was born, but hey,
you guys beat the Redskins in the Super Bowl. That lets you know how long it's been.
That's a fucking funny game, dude. Let me tell you something. There's like 18 fucking turnovers in the first 5 minutes.
But then the greatest run of all time.
Oh yeah, of course. You guys gotta be some good plays. But at least you're not the Chargers.
Yeah, could easily be the Chargers.
Yeah, well, dude, you could be the Chargers.
We're not the Chargers. No, yeah, because the Chargers never won a Super Bowl. Yeah,
Chargers never won a single Super Bowl.
We won our Super Bowl,
and every time they got close, they blew up their team and changed it.
Yeah,
and you know what's gonna probably happen next year after they don't win this Super Bowl? They're gonna do a Chargers all-time move and blow up the team and change it.
You think? Yeah, they might, or they might stay on the course for one more year because
I think
this is their coach's second year going into it, so they might give him one more year.
That's fair. Yeah, I think. Yeah, probably next year. After next year, they'll blow it up. They'll keep Justin Herbert because they like tall white guys.
They do.
And they'll get rid of the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Now, what is your 4th, 5th?
You did yours?
I did Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara, that's right. All right. So, this guy, the reason he's dropping off because everybody's discounting them because they're just such a mess. But Nick Chubb.
Oh,
dude,
I love Chubb.
Yeah,
I love Chubb.
I
dude.
love him too.
No. You could have put Chubb at first. I'd be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like
I think Chubb is fucking awesome.
He's still Nick Chubb. It's just that the
Chubb.
fucking whole franchise has this
hate.
There's like this so much going on. Like they're either going to be really good or they're just going to crumble. And everybody's hoping they crumble because they signed a guy who rapes people. But
I don't want to say he rapes them. He
has
a good time with one person's consent.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, he's 2-person. He's 2 consents short of consensual
usually
sex.
It's 2 to play a game.
Yeah.
James, he said, nah.
But also...
Only 1.
If you're paying a woman for services, you've seen the video. He paid Mia Khalifa, and he just played indoor basketball with her all the time.
Yeah. Just indoor basketball.
On video. I've seen videos of her doing other things than just trying to dunk a basketball.
I saw a video of her doing a makeup tutorial. Yeah.
Also, yeah.
I mean, it was weird that her face wasn't in it, but
right. She's definitely making up for something.
Yeah, Chubb is a monster.
That dude is a beast.
You've seen his? I know you have, because I've shown it to you at least once. His high school sprinting.
Yeah.
Jump.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if you've seen this. Look it up. Just look up Nick Chubb high school track. It'll bring up probably the first 5 pictures. This dude, he looks the same. Yeah. He's this monstrosity of a Herculean man that puts his shadow on the next 3 competitors to the right of him, and his feet are at the person's shoulders.
Jesus Christ. In high school.
In high school. And you're like, oh, that's cool. And then most recently in the offseason, he did like a squat for like 800 pounds.
Yeah, right. 6'10".
And made it look faster and easier than I can squat like 300 pounds.
Snap.
The bar was bent. Yeah, the bar was bent. Yeah.
Now, okay, quick. Let's keep going down the side here.
I love the side
because when you got a player like that in your high school, you're winning. You're going to state. You're winning everything, right?
Yeah.
In my high school, we had a guy that's in the NFL now. We had Elijah Penny and Rashad Penny, the brothers.
He's told me about this. Yeah, I remember this.
So we have just that good. We went when I was on the team. We won one game, right? Okay. Now the Penny brothers get there and they're CIF champs.
Yeah,
like in high school, you get one stud that's going to the NFL, you're automatically winning state. Especially
a stud that's going to the NFL and makes a difference. You know, because there's obviously different levels of NFL, right? You got your all stars. Yeah. I'd say there's 3. Your all stars, right? That names are known. Your average players that stay in the league, right? 10 years, whatever, they retire from the league, but they're bounced around 5+ teams. And then your one-timers, which get drafted or get signed and maybe stay a year or 2.
But you got to think, just getting to the NFL, you're top 1%.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not putting any shade. What I was gonna say is that even if you're from that bottom tier, right, that bottom third, in high school, that guy, you give him the ball and it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
You give him the ball. If it's a quarterback, you give him the ball. It's a 50-yard play.
Yeah.
That guy touches the ball and you're not taking negatives. He's shedding off 8 yards, 10 yards.
He's playing the whole game. He's going both ways.
The whole game, both ways. Exactly. I think. Damn. I wish I knew names.
Have you seen that video of Darnell Dockett in high school? So he played high school in Virginia. The guy, I'm talking 256, maybe 4% body fat. He has a little kid's head in a man's body playing high school football, and they're just showing plays, and he's just throwing the whole line to the side, just getting them, and like his thighs are just as big as tree trunks.
So, we've all seen the play of Lamar Jackson, where he does like the run to the touchdown, stops on a dime, guy runs past him, and then he does a walk in.
Yeah,
takes one step at a leisurely pace. What made me feel really old was when I saw that, and I remember seeing it when it first came out, 4 years ago. At the time, right? It was 4 years ago. It's like 7 years ago now. Yeah. Which is when he was in high school and I saw that play. I was like, yo, that's dope, man. This is and you don't even think to like, who is this kid? He's gonna go. You're just like, oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
And then now seeing it and like linking it to him, you're like, wow. Like this shit I'd be seeing on my phone on this little 4-inch screen. They really do end up there. And now I look at these plays that happen. I'm like, which of these kids are going? Which of these videos I'm seeing, I'm gonna see again in 4 years, with the name linked to it while I'm cheering.
Yeah. So our podcast is not on video right now; it's on audio only. But the way you can see the way that I'm looking at you as you're talking about being old, right?
Yeah.
I Paul, just have pure disdain in my heart for you talking about getting old.
We're gonna pretend you're 25 because you look good, man. You look good.
But okay, so what am I like?
Just dye the beard. You look like
15
25.
years older than you?
No, 13.
13.
You're 37, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 24, 13.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Yeah, I think about that every once in a while.
Right. So as you're getting older, it's crazy, right? Where you're at, you still think of these NFL players as older guys, right? Then you start seeing, oh man, they graduated with me, right? You're like, oh, cool. Now I'm as old as these guys.
That's where I'm at right now.
And then you start being like, oh, that kid can play. And it's
and 10 years older than you? Yeah. 10 years younger?
Yeah, 10 years younger, man.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that one. Because right now I'm like, this kid is my age and he's in the NFL making millions of dollars, and I'm sitting here making a podcast that people watch.
That only half of our podcast listens to.
We have our second video out. There's 2 of us that make this podcast. Our second video has 1 view. I don't know which one watched it, but I think it's funny as hell. And this shit, obviously, like, we took a 15-minute tangent right now. We should probably try and get back on pace.
Are we still on number 4?
We are on number 5.
Okay.
Now?
So then it's me first.
Who'd you just say?
I said Chubb.
You said Chubb at number 4.
I think 5.
Go through your names of what you've done so far. Because I've done.
I did Jonathan Taylor,
Henry and Taylor,
Derrick
right?
Henry,
We both got that. I got
Joe
Cooper
Mixon.
Kupp, and then
Okay,
I got
so I've done
Dalvin
4.
Cook. We've both done 4. I guess I got number 5, huh?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'll be honest. I only had a list of 4 because I don't know how I feel about number. I had McCaffrey at 5, but
right. And
but
McCaffrey's
I mean, dude's gonna
so
get hurt.
high. Yeah.
It's such. If McCaffrey had a full season, he'd probably be the best.
Has he
running back.
played a full season?
I think his rookie or second year.
Right.
I think he played a full season. I mean, we're
still living off of that, huh?
We're discounting a 2 or 3 week absence.
Right.
We're not going to count that because that's. I'm not going to count. He was hurt that year if he missed 2 weeks for a sprained ankle. He played the whole year. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm talking major injuries where he was out for 4 or more weeks.
That's more than half.
Right,
his
he was
NFL
put on
career.
IRR at one point. That's what I'm talking about. But as far as running backs, I think I'm done with running backs in the top 5, which is wild because that used to be bread and butter. I mean, more. There's still more running
backs. Who's going to be your 5 if not Christian McCaffrey?
You're gonna like him. I think you're gonna like him. You ready for this? Because I know you like Josh Allen, so I think you're gonna like Stephon Diggs. You know. They play. They go and play Call of Duty at home together in Fortnite, and I'm like, dog, you got that kind of thought. Like the amount of, for my Call of Duty players out there, all 4 of you that watch this podcast.
Yeah. Or have watched.
Watched before. You won't hear this part. This one's gonna have 0 views.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We're moving numbers.
We're moving numbers. I don't care if it's in the right way or not.
Yeah.
My numbers just gotta be different. But like Call of Duty is a lot of, like, you just kind of know what your friend does, right? You could have communication all you want, but you kind of know when you hop in the house, you go in, he's going left, you're going straight. That applies straight to a football field.
Yeah, communication.
Exactly.
Anticipation.
Yeah. Just knowing what he's gonna do. Because Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, I guarantee you, they probably both take off. Stephon Diggs is a pretty smart guy. So he got 2 people at Valentine's Day, so got to be smart. Has some.
Yeah, in the same hotel.
Hotel.
He knows how to set it up.
He's got some intelligence, I think. So they probably see the same coverage and think, oh man, all these other wide receivers are going to be covered. It's time to do some shit.
Yeah.
And they're both thinking, hey, Stephon Diggs, or in Stephon Diggs' mind, hey, I got to get to 5 yards out of the numbers, right where the zone is split. I could do it. If I shake one man, it's 20 yards.
Yeah.
And that's what they're both thinking, guaranteed same pace.
Yeah, the chemistry really, it stands for something.
It's a thing. It's 100% a thing.
100% a thing.
You're number 5.
All right, so this is mine.
Oh, no, the hand is on the chest. I don't know about this.
Complete wild card.
Ooh, I don't know. Number 5, a wild card? Okay, keep going.
He might not be consensus first at his position, but he puts up numbers. And you said his name earlier today. You already know where I'm going. I'm going Mark Andrews.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think the Ravens... The Ravens are trying to build something. They got some receivers now. Mm-hmm. Did they get a number 1? Who went over there?
They still have...
Who went over there that was a big-name receiver?
Jalen Reagor, right?
No, Reagor
he went to the Eagles.
He's from the Eagles to...
From the Eagles.
Where the fuck? God damn it. Reagor went from the Eagles to the Vikings.
Okay.
But damn. I think they got a better receiver than what they've had.
They still have Hollywood Brown?
No, he's been on the Cardinals. He was on the Cardinals last year.
No, he wasn't. Was he?
Yeah.
What? Marquise Brown?
I'm thinking John Brown.
You're thinking John Brown. Yeah. I'm talking about Marquise Hollywood Brown, over the top boy.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. I
think he's still on the Ravens. And then they had Sammy Watkins. They thought that was going to play out because he was an awesome player on the Chiefs, and then just dropped off as soon as he left. I don't know what happened.
Right. So,
I think Mark Andrews.
He's their best option.
Yeah, exactly. What I am afraid of, even though I would still take him first in tight ends, just because people are more worried about Lamar Jackson than his actual passing ability.
Yeah.
Is that they might actually take account Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
And I know that this most recent year was kind of a blow up year for him. Right? He's always been good, but
Yeah.
it was definitely like I like to call it a spotlight year.
Yeah.
You know,
Because there was nobody else.
Exactly. And so I am concerned that he'll get doubled and he won't be able to recover from doubles. You know, because Darren Waller kind of did the same thing.
Yeah.
He's great. One-on-one, Darren Waller's ball every time. One-on-two, he will be a little covered every once in a while. But I hope that doesn't happen to Mark Andrews. I don't think it will. I think his biggest aspect is his catching ability and his route running, so it'll be fine.
Very true.
Did I say that right?
Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's our top 5 in no given order. And now that we've both said this out loud, in our fantasy, we will probably not pick either of those, just thinking that we're gonna fake each other out or something.
Yeah. For some reason, we'll think that either of us will remember this list.
That's the whole thing.
which we won't. I'm forgetting this as soon as I hit Popeyes on the way home.
100%.
Or that someone will actually watch this video and remember this list. It's not going to happen, but we're both in our mind. We're like, we can't pick Chubb at all because he's in the top 5 of the list.
And it's just mine and yours.
Yeah, no, that's 100% facts.
All right, so
but
who do you have?
I know I did my list based on how I think the general public would think.
Yeah, same.
Not so much myself because I don't think.
Yeah, I'm going off.
I go dark horses. I go dark horses.
That's right. Okay, so my draft strategy. That's what I like to do. Like I'll pull up different lists and then kind of think, who will do better? Or,
exactly. Like I know everyone last year, because last year I drafted Justin Herbert, I drafted Jamar Chase, and I drafted Justin Jefferson. Those are the 3 main people I was like, give me points.
Yeah, they did.
And everyone that was all second round picks, second round or more.
Yeah.
Right, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's an interesting pick. That's an interesting."
Yeah, and then
your team was Jefferson and Jamar Chase were both top 10 wide receivers in points. So like, I like doing underdudes, because once you're in the spotlight, you're in the spotlight. Unless you're great and amazing, that spotlight's gonna hurt a little bit. It's gonna be a little hot.
So speaking of your underscores, who do you have for your dark horse? Who's
my late rounder that I think will get a lot of points?
Let's go with Who do you got?
Juju Smith-Schuster. I've told you this earlier, just real quick.
We were talking about this earlier.
I think he's going to be a great pick. Anyone that actually listens to this would 100% understand.
Agree.
This dude behind AB was a monster. He was great.
I won my fantasy league with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He really excels in one-on-one coverage. And in zones, he's fine in zones.
Right.
But on one-on-one, he's great. He always gets the ball. He'll always be open almost.
Yeah.
The moment you double him, though, it seems like there's too much pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's almost like he gets views on his TikToks, and then he can't catch a ball. I don't know what it is, but it's okay. Because now he'll be behind Kelsey, and it'll be fine.
What it is that he does everything great, but not elite.
Yeah.
Right? So a true number 1 does everything elite. They're going to beat you in speed. They're going to beat you in their routes. They're going to beat you with everything.
Yep.
Now, he's got everything A.
Yeah.
A. Not A+. A.
Yeah.
So he can run a route. He's got hands. He's got speed. But the second you put that second person on him, shuts him down.
Yeah, he's got that, if I catch the ball and there's open field, I'll get a touchdown. But he doesn't have that, I'll catch a ball and someone's even with me, I'll get a touchdown.
Right.
He's got, I can run fast enough you won't catch me, but not, I can run so fast that I'll run past you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his speed.
You don't got Jamar speed.
Exactly. Jamar or Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle.
Exactly.
Or Ryan Mostert.
All these people. Yeah.
All these people that are just insane speed.
But he's definitely up there. And
absolutely.
So he's going to have a bounce back year in fantasy, I think, too. I think you're exactly right.
Too. He might have average yards as far as like other wide receivers go, but like in fantasy, he'll go from whatever he was last year to a starting player.
So if we're making a prediction, this is mine. He the first 3 weeks still on the team, he's not going to do good numbers. After week 3, 4, then Mahomes will start leaning on him. Then he'll start putting up 14 points, 20 points, 12 points. He'll start doing double digits consistently.
I think it should be consistent from the start.
You think so?
From week 2.
Yeah.
Week 1, maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think exactly right off the bat. I think,
from whenever he gets his first touchdown.
Yeah, once he gets,
which
Mahomes realizes that he can lean on him,
I would bet it's week 2 because, and this would change if he got drafted a different time, but he get drafted picked up in the true off season of picking people up.
Yeah,
it wasn't a late.
It was like right away.
It was right away, exactly.
The second he hit the market,
free agency times, right?
Yeah, the second he hit the market, he got swept.
Yep. And that's why I think he'll be fine because he's had time with him. He's had training with him.
Mm-hmm.
They've done the team trainings and Pat Mahomes has seen him one-on-one. He's seen his jumping ability. So I think he fully does trust him right now. And I just think he'll need to see him in game, almost as what is that number in that color? Who is that? And then he'll get a touchdown. And be like, that's my guy. That's who he is.
Yep, exactly. All right, I got a dark horse. You might like this.
Dumb dudes, dark horses. Let's go.
Derek Carr. That's my dark horse
for fantasy.
Yeah, because he's got a true number 1, right? He's got the tight end who we know is going to make
elite bounce. Top 5 tight end
with a coach that is quarterback driven
and tight end driven.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
decent running back, nice slot. I don't know how
he's got the tools, man.
I don't even know who our secondary wide receiver is now. Dude, it changes so much.
So if he doesn't ball out, then then he might be on the block.
I don't think he'll be on the block.
But everything's built for him to.
He has all the weapons in the world. He has all the weapons in the world, but he has no armor. He has no line.
And that's why it's on him. Joe Burrow already proved that you don't need that. You got to make faster decisions.
Joe Burrow is 2 years in the league.
I know. He's fresh. And he makes decisions like that.
Them bruises go away real quick for Joe Burrow. But Derek Carr's a little older, dog.
Mm-hmm. He's got his his college best friend, the number 1 wide receiver.
I see where you're going. I understand.
That's why I said dark horse.
I just know my O-line, bro.
Yeah.
And my O-line is
not
even suspicious. They're guilty. They're fucking guilty, bro. So I mean, if our O-line holds up for at least 3 seconds every play, you'll be in the right. You'll absolutely be in the right.
It's dark horse, baby.
I just don't know, man. I don't know about that O-line.
Now another one. I'm gonna stick quarterbacks here. I was gonna say Matt Ryan going to the Colts.
Ooh. I would say if I wanted to go a quarterback dark horse. Strictly quarterback, I'd have other dark horses way before this guy.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm a Raider guy. And my boy Marcus Mariota is on the Falcons. And he would be great. He's been named starter.
And then, boom,
Pitts.
Your same concern about Derek Carr pops up for me for Mariota. He ain't got no line over there.
Here's my rebuttal to that is that Mariota is actually a mobile quarterback.
He is. That's very true.
So, yes, he has no O-line. But he is able to actually run away.
He got mobility.
He's got the speed to run away. Derek Carr doesn't.
No.
That's damn.
All right, so dark horse. What was the other segment? What else did we have?
We're doing first at each position. At each position. So we'll start out with QBs.
All right. So we'll go off the dome. Who's your first QB off the board?
Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes, number 1. That's consensus.
Easy. I mean, he's getting that. I mean, at least 4 or 5 times a year, he's getting an 80-yard touchdown. Yeah. At least. All right. Yeah. Let's just get past. I don't like talking about this dude.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everyone's talked about him. We all know about him. There's nothing to talk about him about.
We know.
Yeah. Everyone knows.
The book's been written. We know who he is.
It's been written. He could probably retire today, and people would say Hall of Fame.
The whole team regressed, and that's going to be the biggest test. Does he have? Has he been leaning on Hill's speed, or can he still make things happen? And I'm willing to bet he can still make things happen.
I guarantee you can still make things happen.
All right. So that would be my first quarterback off the board.
First quarterback,
too,
obviously.
We're done there.
In agreement. Let's go first running back. Obviously, we both picked running back. Mine's Derrick Henry, yours is Jonathan Taylor. That's
those
easy.
are interchangeable in my head. I mean,
in
honestly, if we're going strictly running back here, I'd go Derrick Henry for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that guy is... You could put him in any era, and he's still going to be the best running back.
Yeah.
You could put him against Jim Brown back in the day.
Yep.
Barry Sanders back in the day. The dude would be a beast because he's 6'5",
It's
260.
And the whole thing about it is that it'd be different if he was like, oh, well, he's another 5'10" power back.
Right.
But no, he's a 6'2" power back.
Just...
I mean, you hit 6'2" in football, you're on defense or you're a tight end.
Yeah. He's looking for contact against linebackers and DNs.
Yeah.
He's not trying to run over fucking DBs.
Yeah, exactly.
He's running over your biggest dude.
You know what he's doing to DBs? He's like
sunning them
like a fly.
Well, like
he's
what he did to Earl
off.
Thomas in the playoff game, just turned him into a lead blocker.
Oh, that shit was funny.
That was great. I loved that game so much.
Dude, watching Derrick Henry's stiff arms is it's a pure joy.
It gives you the meaning of that's a stiff arm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. When he puts
that's
it out,
what a stiff
and the
arm
only
is.
thing that moves is the defender.
Yeah, that's a stiff arm.
That's great.
Yeah. So definitely, we'll, like, sing the praises all day. The dude is the man.
Yeah,
that's who he is. State championship, NCAA championship, got the Heisman. He just needs his. He should have, in my opinion, he should have been MVP the year that he broke 2,000 yards because it's only
2K,
happened.
Yeah, 2K.
Yeah, you deserve that. They
Didn't he hit 2K
Rodgers
twice in a row?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He hit it once.
If he hits it again, he's got to get MVP.
You got to give it to him.
They
should have gave it to him the first time.
Yeah, no, they should have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think because they didn't make the playoffs that year.
They did make the playoffs.
First round?
Yeah, they lost to the Chiefs.
Okay, that's a fair loss.
Not in the first round though. That was second round.
Who'd they beat?
No, that was AFC Championship. They went.
Okay. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They beat the Ravens. That was the year he went 2K.
Yes. Yeah. That was the year I said Lamar Jackson is trash, and then he rushed for
and once you made him pass.
Yeah. And then the next year he started passing the pocket, and I was like, damn.
And if he could progress this year, he could be something, man.
I mean, Lamar Jackson. And the thing about him, we're going on tangent again. This is great. I love it. I love it.
It's football.
It's football.
Like, why would you not want to just talk football?
Just keep listening.
I could just drink all day and talk football.
Absolutely. The thing about Lamar Jackson is that I feel like every year he showed a new dimension to his game.
Yeah.
Obviously, he came in, he's a mobile quarterback.
Mm-hmm. And then the Chargers shut him down in the playoff game.
Exactly. And then the next year, he came in, he's like, I'm mobile and I can throw on the run.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right, cool. Got that done. And now it's like, I'm mobile and I can throw on the run and I know how to pass in the pocket.
Yeah.
And so this year, I'm excited what he's going to uncover. Now, are you going to be like, hey, I'm mobile, I can throw on the run, I make good decisions in the pocket.
That's the thing.
And my O-line is so great that I'll just be amazing, or like
yeah, exactly.
I don't know another
because we don't know what his ceiling is. You're exactly right. Yeah, we don't know what his ceiling is.
Like he is. The moment he hits his ceiling, I'll be like, fucking, finally we can try and figure this guy out.
Because
but he hasn't even figured himself out.
His knock is that he's not a pocket passer, right?
Yes.
But who's his number one? Does he have a number one?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a number one, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he had a guy he could air it out to, and he did air it out to him.
Exactly.
But it's like everybody was knocking.
And we all know number ones work the best midfield, like 10 to 15 yards.
Good routes.
Exactly.
But everybody was knocking Brady when he didn't have a true number one. They called him a dink and dunker because he took what the defense gave him, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't forcing balls.
I mean, that's what Carr does.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Carr had a number one his 2016 year. He almost got MVP until he broke his leg. He hasn't had a number one, a true number one, since. And now he has a number one again. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm still afraid of our line, though. And Lamar Jackson.
But now he's old enough that he don't want to take a hit. He's gonna. Like I said, that's my. He'll
take the dink and dunks. Is what you're saying? He'll take the dink and dunks.
Yep, I think he knows what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I'm excited, man. I'm
so excited.
The AFC West is the division to watch this year. Every game is going to be must-see TV.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. So we did quarterback, running back. We'll go tight end. We'll go tight end. Who's your first tight end?
Okay, well, I pick Andrews, but
we're obviously anyone that listening.
Yeah.
Don't worry about our picks. We're just thinking who's the best, basically. The best, the most consistent. You'll go who?
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. I think even though I think his production will drop this year because
I think it will too.
He'll be overshaded and double teamed more than he was before. His numbers were so crazy out of this realm for a tight end compared to the most, like the next up at tight end. Yeah. He'll still be number one.
Oh yeah, that's not.
He had number one wide receiver numbers as a tight end.
Yeah.
Right. And that's not
he's
not
blocking half the time.
And he's blocking half the time. Exactly. Yeah. Dude. These players.
It's. So I think we're in complete agreement here. It's Kelce.
Yeah, it's Kelce. Who'd you put at second?
Andrews.
I think I put Pitts.
You see, okay, now I need another year out of Pitts. I want to see what he is.
I think he's good.
I think he's good.
I'm of course discounting Darren Waller because otherwise I would put him at first. Right? He's my player, so I'm gonna distance myself from. Otherwise, I would have said first, but yeah, I think Pitts would be my second. I like Pitts so much.
Yeah,
he literally just feels like Darren Waller to me. Mm-hmm. He feels like Darren Waller to me as a tight end, and he feels like Julio Jones. I'll be honest.
Or we'll call it a black Gronk.
Yeah, we'll call him.
People will be like, "Oh, he's a white this. He's a black Gronk."
We'll call him Darren Pitts.
Yeah, no. Yeah, both of them.
Mm-hmm. We'll actually, even better.
DP.
Julio Waller.
Oh, I like that.
Because honestly,
Julio catches everything.
That's what I'm saying. And I think Pitts basically took in the.
I fucking just realized. Sorry, the Bucks have Julio. Yeah. We're gonna get 3 games out of him. He's gonna make 1 highlight catch.
Hey, he'll make 2.
Yeah, maybe.
He'll make a deep pass and then a concentration pass.
Yeah, like he did last year.
Yeah, exactly. He can get one really deep one, which will be awesome. And they'll get one that bounces off the helmet, and he has to do a second try for it.
Yeah,
that's what you'll get.
Julio just does that thing.
It's so disheartening to know that Julio is like dropping in skill, just literally because of injuries, basically.
Yeah, and age.
And age.
It's
right?
But the crazy.
But here's the thing. Okay, age is a weird thing for me because you look at Evans. Evans still basically in his prime, right? Basically, maybe towards the end.
He's in year 9. He's coming to year 9.
He's only drafted 2 years after Julio.
You're right, exactly.
And Julio 2 years ago was still. He was. Julio 2 years ago was
2 years was coming off the Super Bowl. Was
his I would like to say his last great year.
Yeah.
2 years ago was Julio's last great year. So would you say that Mike Evans this year would be his last great year?
Peaking.
Like, would you say this was if this was Mike Evans?
We use him the same.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dude. It's so weird to think 2 years ago, this man Julio, you could have put him at number 1, and now he was
the number 1 receiver of the league.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's so weird to think. This shit is fucking crazy.
Your time is this big, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I think Kyle Pitts basically took over Julio's role, though.
Yeah.
Of a big man receiver that does the 50-50s.
You want that body.
Yeah, I want the body. He a little bit slower than Julio, which is why he's at tight end, I think, but he's still really fast for a tight end. Got great routes, and he's getting a lot of yards and no touchdowns, just like Julio too.
Yeah. So what did he have? 1 touchdown? Like 2 seasons ago?
Yeah. 1 touchdown last year, and he was great for fantasy because you didn't have to rely on touchdowns from him. So I think he was a great replacement for Julio. It just sucks that that's what happened, is that he was a replacement and not an addition.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, because you don't want 2 Julios. You don't want you want Julio and.
Yeah, you want Julio and a route runner, basically.
Yeah.
Julio and a speedster.
Yeah, exactly.
A running back. Anything. Julio and anything.
Now that I'm saying it out loud, I think that's going to work out in Julio's favor in Tampa.
In Tampa. Well, I mean, we all thought it was going to work out in Tennessee, too.
Except for Tannehill is...
Tannehill.
Which,
yeah. You have a point there. The man has bad decisions and a bad arm. Those don't go well together.
Right, and just at the worst times.
Yeah, guaranteed interception every game.
At least, right?
Yeah.
Except for if it's in the regular season and they're playing a game they should not win. Then he's going to be the best quarterback of all time. Like last year when they played the Rams on Sunday night.
What's tragic is that they'll still lose.
Yeah. Well, if it's a game, if in the playoffs, then they'll lose. But if it's a regular season game and they're supposed to lose, then he's going to ball the fuck out.
I think he's going to ball out, but I'm
talking about the Rams game.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
He's like,
I see what you're picking at now.
Oh, he's good.
I see what you're picking at now. Yeah,
and then when you want him to be good, it's like, oh, he sucks.
I see what you're picking at. All right, so we got QBs, got running backs, tight ends, wide receivers. There's so many.
Yeah.
You go first.
So, number one, I mean, we don't know what the fuck he's going to do getting underthrown, right? Like, I mean, we're talking about Tyreek. He's in contention for number one, right? My number one right now is going to be Mike because he's consistently the best receiver, Mike Evans.
Okay.
And then the true number one of the year, the past 2 seasons, is on your team,
Davante Adams.
Davante.
Yeah.
So, what do we do? Who's number one? What do we do? Let's talk this out rather than.
I'm not putting Hill at number one.
You can't. You really can't.
I maybe next year if he shows out the same as he did on the Chiefs.
That's about Tua,
but
that's on Tua.
Yeah, no, it's 100% on Tua. Tua fucking sucks.
That's not a lie, dude.
And every time I see tape on their long balls, Tyreek Hill has to stop his straight line run, do like a left turn or a comeback to get the ball, which is cool. Like, oh yeah, he beat the defender and was able to get free and still catch the ball. Good on Hill. But everyone wants to see that ball perfectly laid out in route.
Him to catch up to the ball.
Yeah. Him to catch up because we all know he's not running his route at full speed.
No.
But he could get to full speed to catch up the ball and then get a touchdown.
That's what you want.
And
why throw him open?
It's so cool to see him run fast as hell, get open just because of his speed, and then have to turn back and get the ball on some crazy jump play. But it's so much cooler to see that. But it's less efficient.
Yeah.
Right? It's way less cool to just see him run, catch the ball, keep on running forward. But it's what you would want in your game.
Okay, so he's out for number one.
Davante Adams has a new team, new system.
Yeah, exactly. You got to give him I would
say out for number one. Yeah, grace period. But just like a lot of second years, you know?
Exactly.
No one's going to put Jamar Chase at number one because he's just had 1 year of experience.
Yeah.
Right? What happens when they start overshading him? Oh, he stops getting
exactly.
the big balls. So you can't put D. Adams at him. I would love to. I think he is the best receiver in the year, but we're talking about fantasy. So as far as fantasy points and touches and yards, he's out for number one. He's still top 5, but he's out for number one. Which leaves...
Okay, I got Mike Evans. But... Okay, so Mike Evans, you see, there's games where he gets 60 points in fantasy. There's games where he had Ryan Tannehill throwing to him, or not Ryan Tannehill,
James Winston,
Fitzpatrick,
Fitzmagic, baby,
where he was putting up numbers.
Yeah.
So like he can, but then the very next week he gets doubled and then gives you 8.
Yeah.
So, if I would love for him to be the number one receiver. But
yeah, dude, I think it's got to go
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, first off the board, obviously. Like just everyone that
in
comes
the same
close.
Offense, got the same quarterback that he eats breakfast team. With every day.
Yeah, just everyone else, I think the only person I'd put over Cooper Kupp is maybe Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
that's everyone I'm looking at. I'm like, this only guy. Everyone else has some kind of drawback.
Yeah,
you know, either QB
but
got
the Rams
changed.
have that perfect mix. Of being able to spread it out. They always leave him unattended.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, Cooper Kupp's a monster, bro.
Yeah, And he has been for the past 5 years.
He totally has been. He's just
greatest receiving year of all time last year, but it wasn't out of nowhere.
Yeah, no. It wasn't out of nowhere, but it was definitely finally noticed.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was finally noticed. So that's wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, quarterbacks. Anybody else? Is there
defense and special teams?
Defense and kicker.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's go kicker first.
Yeah, we'll go kicker. Okay.
Justin Tucker. All right, let's move on. You don't got a better kicker. There's no better kicker than Justin Tucker, as long as he's in the league.
It's so accurate. Here's the problem, though. Is he's the best kicker. Yeah. I do not dispute that. He's the best kicker in the league. Does he get
What did he kick? 66?
I thought it was 68.
Was it? Either way, he fucking shattered the record.
Yeah. How often does a 68-yard field goal attempt even get made? Justin Tucker's undisputed best kicker in the league. I wouldn't put him at first, though. Just because I don't think Ravens do that many kicks.
Okay. Yeah, you want volume. You want guys I want get to the red zone and have to kick a field
Yeah, exactly. Goal. Someone that can't complete it in the red zone, which is why I'd still go Young Ho Kuhn. Kuhn?
Yeah, he's still in the Falcons, right?
Is he? I hope he is.
Yeah.
God,
Young Ho,
yeah. I hope he's still in the Falcons, otherwise I'm going to look stupid, but he's definitely still in the league. He's a great kicker. That's who my first kicker off the board would be.
Yeah, you want points.
Yeah, because having the best running back is awesome, right? But if Christian McCaffrey only gets 3 games a year, it's pointless to have him.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think you and me can both agree.
Chances.
Yeah.
The best ability is availability.
Exactly. And especially in fantasy, you don't want someone, even if he's the best in the ever, you don't want someone that can only get you for 1 game.
Right.
Which is why, and I don't know if you guys noticed, McCaffrey wasn't either on any of our anywhere.
We did talk about him.
We did talk about him, but he wasn't 1 through 5. He wasn't a top running back. He wasn't.
And that's surely based on
because of injuries, dude. 100% injuries. Because I don't think he's gonna make it half the season.
Right.
And if he does make it half the season, I'll fucking eat my words, and he'll probably be the best running back in the league.
Yeah.
But the problem is the Panthers are like, oh, McCaffrey's here. Let's run him till he's broken.
Right, yeah, he just come off injury. Let's just give him the ball every play.
Exactly. And then when we don't give him the ball, let's pass to him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right, let's give him a break.
That's why I don't think Justin Tucker would be my first pick. He's a great kicker. Best kicker in the league. Probably the best kicker ever, I'd say. But I don't think the Ravens kick that much, because their offense is actually decent.
They're scoring.
So I would think the Falcons. Right?
Yeah.
Young Ho.
Young Ho. Well, it's actually pronounced, I think, Young Wei.
Young Wei?
Yeah.
So that ho pronounces it like way, huh?
Yeah.
What a ho.
Yeah. That's some ho-ass shit, if you ask me.
I think that wraps it up for fantasy.
Yeah, well, defense.
Oh, defense? Okay.
Who was the best defense last year? The Rams.
Yeah, dude, the Rams. I mean, they're
going to have a softer schedule this year.
Donald.
Their division has decreased. If you're going to pick a fantasy defense, pick the Rams.
Are your cornerbacks still sus?
Okay.
Your defensive backs, I mean?
No,
because I know your safeties were a little sus.
Yeah.
Too.
We're moving forward. Our preseason, our defensive backs didn't give up more than 25 yards, our starters.
Okay. That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The whole preseason?
The whole preseason. So
y'all didn't give up more than 25 in the air?
The talk in our the talk out of our campus is the best squad we've ever had. Now, being a Bucks fan, I immediately think to my senior year in high school, the best defense of all time was the Bucks. So when you say this is the best squad we've ever had
of all time,
the best defense.
What year was that?
02. The 99.
The one you won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. But our defense was better in 2000, the year the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But that same defense, that's my favorite defense of all time.
Obviously, I'm not going to speak on it because obviously I wasn't capable of watching it. So
that's my favorite.
I'll let you have that, but I do have a soft spot for the Seahawks defense.
Dude, that Legion of Boom.
Boom,
so that's the chatter coming out of the Bucs right now is that we have a Legion, and it's like.
You have any suspicion about that?
Of course I do.
Yeah,
we got the same players that are good, won the Super Bowl, but they were suspect all year until they sat down for 2 weeks with Tom Brady telling them this is what this receiver is going to do in this situation.
Bro, the fact that Tom Brady's so wild like that. I'll never forget a sit down with Gronk. When Gronk, he used to say, I didn't watch tape.
Oh, yeah.
I would just go to the game and look at Brady and have him tell me what to do.
Tom Brady knows everybody's assignments, bro.
When Tom Brady would have a play action pass, and as he was doing the little play action, he'd whisper to the
what the coverage is.
Cover 2, do a curl.
Yep. Insane.
Cover 3, go left, go right, whatever it was. It's crazy.
Okay. Would Tom Brady be a good coach?
Ooh. Oh man. I don't know. See, and here's why. I cannot think about it, because I know how he does in game. I know he does great in game.
Uh-huh.
But dude just got off like a 3-week vacation in the off season.
Uh-huh.
So I would be more concerned if he became a coach of his off season talents, his downtime talents.
Yeah. Because once you're a coach,
it's 100%, right? Every player I've seen interviews of, they're always like, oh yeah, the coaches are in before I'm in. They leave after I'm in. I leave. And these guys are always like, I get in the gym at 5 and I don't leave the place till 6. I'm like, you're there for 12 hours. Cool.
Yeah.
And then all the coaches are like, yeah, I do this thing. I probably go sleep about 12 at midnight.
Yeah.
Wake up at 5.
4. Yeah.
You know, and then go do coaching. And it's like, yo, what do you do other than coaching? Nothing. And I don't think Tom Brady is for that.
No, especially not his wife.
Yeah, especially not his wife.
Yeah.
His wife wants him to stop playing football because...
Be done with football.
Yeah, yeah.
And what do you think he's going to do when he goes into broadcasting? He's going to do his homework just the same.
Yeah. But it'll be less than coaching.
Yeah.
It'll be... So I think... I don't...
You're going to say no. And I'm going to agree with you.
I don't think he's going to be...
But I have a different reason.
Okay.
Now, this one, to me, is obviously more glaring.
Glaring. Way more glaring than him not... Okay, cool.
Because Tom Brady's such a perfectionist. He demands greatness.
Uh-huh.
He rides everybody around him. He rides coaches. You see him yelling at the coaches. He throws he demands greatness because he's great. He puts the work in. So when you're the coach and you want everybody to like Kobe would not have been a good coach either because he wants everybody to be as good as he wants the time in. He wants everybody to do what he does. But people, just like with learning, people don't learn the same way. People don't do things the same way.
You can't just tell them be better.
Exactly. And so my thing is he's going to ride people too hard.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know how it'll be outside of the game. In the game, he'd be the best coach there is.
Yeah.
Get him on a contract.
Little things, coaching people up.
Yeah. Get him on a contract just to coach for the games. Just for the games. Just so he could be like, hey, they're doing this. They're going to do this next.
What should we do?
Perfect. Yeah. Like, in actuality, that'd be perfect. But to actually train someone, I don't know.
Yeah. In the practices?
So. Practices and all season.
I was listening to an interview with Arians, our old coach.
Yeah.
And he was like, Tom would be like, run this again. Run this again. Run this again.
Yeah. I believe that. Speaking of that, because I haven't seen it since, has there been any more talk about why Arians left, or
they say
why he went
Arians said
why he went
to
different management?
So this was the logical thing that was supposed to happen. He was going to step down, and Bowles was supposed to step. Well, he was making sure all his guys got jobs. He was supposed to be retired after the Cardinals. when he coached the Cardinals, he was supposed
Arians?
to be. Yeah, he didn't want to coach anymore. And then Tampa came up, and they said you can hire your whole staff and all his favorite coaches. Yeah, so he got 18 people a job.
Wow.
That didn't have a job that he wanted on his staff, and they all went with him to Tampa. Okay. And so he was like, I'm going to coach for 2 years. Yeah, his first year had Jameis, got rid of Jameis, got fucking Tom, and then after that he was supposed to.
Super Bowl, retired most recent year. But then didn't make
the bug came up, and they kept him as a coach one more year.
Sure, yeah, because you're like, oh, he got a Super Bowl. You can't get rid of a coach that got you a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
ain't as far as head coaches.
Coaches don't go out on top. That's not like that's a player thing.
That's a player. That's absolutely it's a player thing. It's not a coach. You get a coach that gets the Super Bowl unless they're saying
do it again.
Unless they've been saying it for like the last 5-10 years.
Exactly.
I'm not leaving until I get a Super Bowl, and they've had tenure. They don't go out on Super Bowls.
Yeah, that's not a coaching thing. That's a player thing.
Because players know that the things change so much.
Mm-hmm.
But a coaching thing, the coach puts that all together. So if they get a Super Bowl, you believe that
I'm coming back. We're going to do this shit again.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm still surprised that but he wanted to leave.
Yeah. So they convinced him to go to the front office.
To still be with football, but you don't have to be crazy about it.
Right. He says he's all at the practice. Now,
do you still get a ring in the front office?
Yes, you do. Everybody gets a ring, dude.
I don't know, dog. I'm not part of the NFL.
In any sporting event and franchise, like if they're good enough, or not good enough, if they're nice enough, some concession workers will get a ring.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. There's like 50. I think there's like 50 rings that you can give out to team affiliated people.
So like managers.
Exactly. Things that obviously they didn't help in getting the Super Bowl, but they
you've been so loyal to the team.
The Rams, I hope I remember this guy's first name, gave a ring to Deshaun Jackson when they won.
Oh really?
Yes. Because he was on the team for the first few games.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Right? So they, in their head, he helped them get to the playoffs. He did have some great plays. Mm-hmm. So he got a ring for that year.
Usually that does happen.
Which is kind of...
That happens in every league as well.
I understand, but it kind of opens your eyes how giving the majority of these people are.
Yeah.
They're not like, well, you weren't even there for the playoffs.
Right.
They're like, dude, you helped us get here.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, it's a team effort, especially in the NFL. Every game counts.
I mean, obviously you don't have that saying, I won a Super Bowl. You can't say that, but
right,
you do have the saying, I helped the team get to the Super Bowl.
Right, like the Carson Wentz, like we were talking about earlier. Exactly. It's like you helped them there, but you didn't win it, but you were the biggest part of it. Well,
I just realized I never said my defensive team.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because I'm not agreeing with the Rams. I think all their other defensive backs outside of Jalen Ramsey are garbage.
That's very true.
So I don't think they're the best defense because I think a defense is the most team deal on all of football. I'm going with Saints.
Ooh, yep.
Yeah.
And there's a reason, obvious reason why I stay away from them.
Yeah, I mean, you go against the Saints. Even now, they don't got the best offense. Well, actually, I should say even last year, they don't have the best offense, but you still it's going to be hard to get points.
Yeah.
So we're not going to worry about stopping them. We got to worry about getting points.
Okay. Now, I know we slated this next segment for the 49ers, but I'm just going to go ahead and I want to shit on the Saints. All right.
All right. So for you guys listening, it'll actually be great because we'll just tell everyone at our draft. A lot of them are Niners fans, so it'll be like, listen to the next video, and then we'll just shit on them in the next video. So we'll shit on the Saints for
this, and if you make it this far, please.
I don't know why you went this far.
Comment your team, your player, everything, and we're just gonna shit on them. All right.
Yeah, we'll say a couple good things.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't say everything bad because some players don't have bad, but we're gonna shit on you.
Yeah, 100%.
And go about the Saints. Start with James Winston.
Well, no. This is how I'm going to start with their fucking fans, okay?
Okay, I like this even better.
I was okay my sister growing up, she was a Saints fan. I was always like, we were all in the same division. My sister's a Saints fan.
This is the same reason when I asked, like, why are you a Bucks fan? They never were.
It's just got ridiculous. Yeah, she's a Saints fan.
Like, isn't your brother a Lions fan?
Yeah, he's a Lions fan.
That don't make any fucking sense. Okay,
Yeah.
keep going.
So, I always had a soft spot in my heart. I was cheering when they won the Super Bowl. I was so glad that they beat. And then after the Rams thing, where they just wouldn't shut the fuck up until they got a rule change, right? They just would not give up on that no call. We need to have penalties reviewed.
Are you talking about that really bad hit?
Oh yeah, it was 100% egregious.
Okay.
The Rams have been to the Super Bowl 4 times now, and 2 of them are off of bad calls. So also, fuck the Rams. But we'll get there.
I think we did a fuck the Rams earlier.
Yeah, we'll do it some more. Plenty.
yeah, they're the Super Bowl winners. You
have to shit on them.
At least once of that.
Right.
Aaron Donald was over the line. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. So, the Saints fans, a whole year of them just crying about this rule change. And then the second it affected them that a team...
they're like, we shouldn't have that,
right? So
why
is this happening? It wasn't like that before. The call was just a call. Well, sorry, you fucking crybabies. You guys cried enough that it changed, and now it's hurting you in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's facts.
Okay. So, moving on. We were talking about their fucking defense, right? Their defense is very, very good.
You know who my favorite player is, though? Easily Lattimore, because he just snatches chains left and right.
Yeah.
So he's entertaining.
So Lattimore always
and
pesky motherfucker, right? He's not on my team, so I don't like it, right? He plays Mike Evans twice a year, and Mike Evans fights him twice a year because he's a fucking dickhead, right?
This is my rebuttal to that.
Who was that guy that made Andre Johnson fight him?
Oh shit.
Yeah, Cortland Finnegan.
But okay, football, as we said earlier, it's a business.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what brings business to a thing like football? Fights.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's
because tackling is the closest you'll get to a fight. So when you see an actual fight, it's fucking like, let me go watch that. Yeah. That's manly. Let's go. And Marshawn Lattimore just creates that. It's lovely. I love it.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the fans again. So fucking fans. So I'm a Bucks fan. So obviously, fucking on social media, every time I get on there, they're like, oh, in the past, since Brady's been a Buck, we're 4-1 against them. Still, we're still 4-1 against them.
They are though.
They are, but where's the one? Where's their one loss to us?
It's in the playoffs.
In the fucking playoffs. Shut the fuck up. You lost to us in the playoffs. That wipes off all the fuck. Regular season matters, okay? Yeah, when you win the division. If we don't make the fucking playoffs, okay, you beat us and you own us. But if we beat you in a fucking winner-go-home game, that trumps it all. You can't be like, well, we're 5-1. We're 5-1 against you.
Tell that to the Rams and Niners this year, bro.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Then the same, exactly.
And now that's our segue into shitting on the Niners. Because for some reason, the Niners beat the brakes off the Packers. They really didn't let no points. Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty funny that your guys' fucking defense scored more than your goddamn offense this year. It brought so much joy.
That was
like
what the fuck were they doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because didn't they also beat the Rams twice in the regular season?
They beat the Rams twice in the regular season. So everyone was like, the Niners are going to beat the Rams again. Because obviously you beat them twice. You know how to beat them. And the Rams come back and smack the fuck out of the Niners. Beat them. Go to the Super Bowl. And the Niners are sitting there dumbfounded, not even knowing if their team is a team anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking... I've talked to Niners fans. They're just confused. They were just confused.
Well, when your fucking middle linebacker gets in perfect position to end the game with an interception and drops it.
Come on.
Okay.
When your starting QB has to go after porn stars just to get laid, that's saying something.
Yeah. Well, you know...
I
mean, if I had the money, I'd go to...
You'd go after porn stars, bro?
I'd want to fuck a porn star.
I mean, yeah. But to date them?
Well,
he dates them. He doesn't just fuck them. He dates them.
I mean,
They're not.
Yeah. I said
You're okay.
I'm gonna be on opposite ends of
I
this
guess
one.
it's two sides of the
I
textbook.
own a mirror. I would have to pay a porn star just to be.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
You don't think that's what he does? You're thinking these porn stars are getting that shit free?
You see,
there's no way.
Jimmy G. Have you seen Jimmy G, dog? I would suck his dick.
he is
In front of my daughter, I would fucking suck his dick. Speaking of,
Is that your daughter? Is that? It's Wednesday, huh? Yeah,
Yep.
It's your daughter day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We can clip this if you want.
Right when I said it. Right when I said it. In front of my daughter. Speaking of, you gotta talk to her. Hey, baby, I'm about to suck a quarterback's dick. You get it, right?
But then I did like, yeah, dog. When you're come on. But like, he's a millionaire. He doesn't have to go for porn stars.
No, he doesn't have to.
So
But
why
he
does he?
wants to.
That's weird. That's low hanging fruit at that point.
Are you-
No.
Are
We're
you
both
telling me that you
we're
would
both
not-
used to getting low hanging fruit. Stop.
All right.
When you have a ladder, you don't need to get low hanging fruit anymore.
Very true. But here's one thing. If $2,000 is like $20 to you, would you pay $20 for Riley Reid to suck your dick?
That's fair. That's a good point. That is a good point. I don't have a rebuttal for that one.
Right.
I don't have a rebuttal.
You're paying.
Other than why didn't you put out videos, Garoppolo? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I want to see, right? Like
You
let
could
me
got
see
another
that.
5 million
Yeah.
easy.
I want to see your fucking purple helmet, huh? Oh, you're
Yeah,
a
exactly.
Vikings fan, aren't you?
I mean, would they cut you for it? Come on now, that's your personal
Right?
life.
Hails to the no, son.
These fucking Niners, man.
Yeah.
I told you about. This is Steelers. Damn, never mind. Fuck. I don't know any Nick Bosa stats or Joey Bosa stats, so this is less cool than what I was thinking of. Because I was thinking of that TJ Watt stat I told you.
Yeah. Okay, say
So
it.
quick tidbit. So JJ Watt in his career has had 102 sacks. 10 years, right? TJ Watt in his 4 years has had 72 sacks. So, in essence, TJ Watt will probably catch up to his brother in 2 years. That's what I'm saying. Because 2 years goes by, he'll probably be at like 120, 110, right? And JJ Watt will probably only be at 110 or 115.
That's insane.
So he might not overpass him, but he'll be like same level.
But that's
basically.
in 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. That'll be.
He's gonna pass him
He'll be
in the career time that JJ Watt has had.
Yeah.
100%. He's gonna
Yeah.
pass him.
Yeah.
So he's gonna pass his brother.
Exactly.
He's gonna be the best Watt.
Yeah. Which
and when-
actually, I just saw a video. Wow, I can't fucking
You'll
talk.
get it. You'll get it.
Interview. I just saw an interview of TJ Watt, and the guy asked, of course, "Do you think you're better than your brother yet?" And TJ Watt, being humble as he is, which I mean, I have no hate towards this guy.
Yeah.
He's so nice. He made them bring up a JJ Watt clip and said that right there, what he just did, couldn't do that. Too dominant.
Dude, when he was on the Texans, man, he was a one-man wrecking crew on that line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the reason is not putting any shade on TJ Watt. TJ Watt is amazing. Probably top 3, top 2 defender in the league. Defensive lineman, right?
Uh-huh.
In the league. I think why TJ Watt numbers are so much better is because he has that supporting crew on his line. On
Cam
his
Hayward.
linebacker. Cam Hayward,
He's got
exactly.
it. Which, let's wind down on this.
Mm-hmm.
If Mitch Trubisky is what his draft stock was, if he can be
God.
that, the Steelers are going to be dangerous.
Oh, we talking about Mitch Trubisky, bro.
If he's
Why are we talking about Mitch Trubisky when they have Kenny Pickett?
Pickett might take over.
I think Pickett's going to.
But if Mitch Trubisky is what his draft stock,
He's not, though.
he's not. That's what he's proven. But he's also been on the Bears. That's that.
And
that
he was
Tampa,
also on the
Steve
Bills.
Young, Jameis Winston. You're not gonna beat Josh. All right. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are neck and neck.
Okay, fair.
Right? But if you're just under that, or, a tier or two, the Steelers have had no quarterback. I mean, with Ben Roethlisberger.
Last 5, I'd say.
Yeah, with him healthy, he was a noodle arm, couldn't move in the pocket.
Yeah, so last 5, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But if...
No, dude, but, okay. I understand he's not going to take over Josh Allen. That's obvious.
Uh-huh.
But being on the Bills, we should have gotten some great plays from him out of practice.
Okay, so...
Why didn't we? I never saw him. Did you?
In the
You
preseason game, he played one half against the Bears,
Okay.
his old team,
Okay, I'm all for
and
this.
threw for 5 touchdowns
5. And just one half?
in one half. In preseason.
Okay, so that probably correlates to about a touchdown and a field goal in a half. That's not bad. That's pretty okay.
So we'll see.
Okay, you might make me a Mitch believer.
Yeah.
Although
if he's what his draft stock is, they got a winner.
That's a good one.
At a bargain.
I think that pretty much wraps it up.
I think so.
Mitch Trubisky is going to be the next GOAT, is what we're saying.
The next Roethlisberger.
He'll be Hall of Fame first rounder. GOAT, same thing.
Yeah. Which, if he's going to be a Pittsburgh tall, big, white guy, don't follow him into the bathroom when he says, "Come to the bathroom with me."
Or you do when you get a few $1 million. I'm just saying. I'd do it.
Those dumb dudes, we're out.
Yeah.